What's up everybody, Hatter87 here, and welcome to the very first Cooking with Hatter. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of my favorite recipes, and you guys may or may not know, but I actually really like to cook. I would say that I love it, but it's not something that I do all the time, but I do really enjoy it. And like I said, I'm going to share with you guys one of my favorite recipes. This is a recipe that I picked up way back when I was in school, and I did it for a history class, and my country that I chose was Italy. So I've always known this to be Roman chicken. Now, if you look up Roman style chicken or like chicken marsala or something like that, it's not going to be this recipe. I have not been able to find this recipe anywhere since then, and I've looked. So if you guys do find it, put it down in the comments section and let me know. Put the link there, whatever it is. I would be more than happy to see that again. But what you guys are going to need for this recipe, this is a chicken recipe. Like I said, it's Roman chicken. And obviously you're going to need chicken. Now I have 3 chicken breasts. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've already thawed in this bag. I just took out some chicken breasts, put it in a gallon bag, put some hot water in the sink, and then put them in there and let them thaw out. So that is definitely something that you're going to want to do when you go to cook this. Also, what you're going to need is you are going to need a spatula, a fork, and also you're going to need your half cup measuring cup, your quarter cup measuring cup, and your 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. Now, also you're going to need butter. You can use stick butter, you can use tub butter, either way. It's probably going to be easier to actually get the measurements if you use stick butter, but I don't really measure a whole lot when I cook, so we're not going to mess with that too much. So I am actually using tub butter. The Country Crock tub o' butter there. You're also going to need extra virgin olive oil. You're going to need Marsala cooking wine. You're going to need both salt and pepper, black pepper. I use pink Himalayan sea salt and ground black pepper. You're also going to need whole bay leaves and rosemary, and the other last ingredient that we're all going to need here, baby carrots. So that is pretty much everything that you're going to need for this recipe. Alright, and lastly you will need a large fry pan, a large cooking pan, preferably one that has a lid like this, because we will need to cover this at one point or another. I like the glass fry pan lids here, or cooking pans that have the vent on them as well. It lets a little bit of the moisture out, but it also keeps the moisture in too. So that is definitely important. So yes, you will need that. Obviously you're going to need a stove or range top. And the last thing that I like to always have on hand when I cook is a nice beverage, a drink. So, cheers or salute to all of you. If you're not 21 or over, sucks to be you, nerd. No, I'm just kidding. But to all of you who are of legal drinking age or more, you should definitely take it upon yourself to have a glass of something, or a beer, or a glass of wine, or whatever it might be. It helps get the creative juices flowing, and it is one of the trademarks when I cook. I am always drinking when I cook. It's just what I do. So again, salute to all of you, and we're going to get at this here. So I will see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so we're going to start cooking here, and I am going to go over everything as I'm doing it with you guys, so you know exactly what to do when cooking this. I definitely recommend you guys all try this. It is a great recipe. My entire family loves it. Everyone who has tried it loves it. So make sure to give this a try. You will not be disappointed. I promise you that. So real quick, we're going to start off with the base ingredients of what we need here. Yummy. All right. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to put that in here. So we have our tablespoon measure, and that's a healthy tablespoon. So that's probably like 1 1/4 tablespoon there. I don't really worry too much about. Oh, sorry guys. I don't worry too much about measurements when I'm doing this. I just try to eyeball for the most part. So it's probably going to end up being about 2.5 tablespoons when we're all said and done here. But that is okay. Alright, so we've got the butter in there. We can put this back in the fridge now here. Now we're going to move on to the olive oil. I use just Meyer brand extra virgin olive oil. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of that, so that's 1 and 2. 2 tablespoons of that. And also another ingredient that I did forget to mention a little bit earlier is you're also going to need either whole garlic clove, like one of these here. You can use one of the little cloves of that and just kind of crush it up with a knife and then put it in there. But for this, I'm going to actually use minced garlic. So we're going to get that out here in a moment. But real quick here, let's just get, there we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and wash this off. There's that. Now we're going to go ahead and get the minced garlic out. Once I find it in the fridge. There it is. Okay, minced garlic. Now this is probably like 2 teaspoons roughly, 2 or 3 depending. You can always season to taste. I and my family, we love garlic, so we're probably going to use a little bit more than what the original recipe called for. And it's one of those things where I've been cooking this recipe now for so long that I don't need to look at it. I don't need to really measure much. I just kind of eyeball it now. So it's, like I said, it's kind of one of my favorite trademark recipes here. So you're not really going to have to worry a whole lot the more you cook this about measurements. So we're going to get a teaspoon out here. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. There's a teaspoon. Alright, so yeah, you might need a teaspoon, measuring spoon as well. Like I said, I'm going to do, this is minced garlic in olive oil. It can be just regular minced garlic. It doesn't have to be in olive oil. Majority of the times you're going to buy this from the store and it's going to have it in olive oil. So you don't really have to, you don't have to worry about the olive oil with the measurements of the olive oil, but just know that this is minced garlic in olive oil already. So we've got that. So I put 3 teaspoons of minced garlic in there. And then we're going to get on to the bay leaves. Now, you want whole bay leaves. You don't want crushed bay leaves or anything like that. You want whole bay leaves. So I like to put the larger ones in there normally. So there's 2 bay leaves. That goes in there. And then I believe it calls for 2 teaspoons of rosemary here. But this is like all I've got. I use it all the time. I love this stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and dump the rest of that in there. It's a little less than I like putting in there, but it will be okay. And then we go the sea salt. Again, I do this pretty much just to taste and sight. I don't really measure this part out of it. When it's all said and done, it's probably going to be about 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. And then pretty much the same amount of the cracked black peppercorn here. Maybe a tad less than the salt, but it's going to be roughly the same here. Alright, we've got all of that in. Now the Marsala cooking one, we're going to keep that off to the side for right now. We don't need to put that in right yet. We'll put that in here soon enough. And then the baby carrots, just kind of put, you know, as many as you think you might need. It kind of serves as like a side dish with this, but it cooks up with the chicken and everything, and they are so yummy when they're all done. They're absolutely delicious. So we've got the baby carrots in there now, and we will put our chicken in there. And I like to drain off some of the excess water and whatnot here from them thawing. So we're going to do that. And obviously you don't have to buy them frozen if you don't want to, but we buy the big bags of frozen chicken, so you know, we have to unthaw them. Or we have to thaw them, not unthaw them. What am I thinking? I can't even talk. Alright, so that's in there now. I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to get everything starting here. Perfect. Okay, so this is the point that we need to start getting everything cooking. And we want to put this on medium heat. So my dial goes from low to high and it has a set numbers here. 1 through 10, which I guess 1 through 11 actually, if you say like high is 11. So I usually always put it at 6. And what we want to do now is we're just going to kind of get everything going, start heating it up, and we want to get to a point where we've got a really nice golden brown layer on the outside here. So we're going to start letting this go and start cooking in and get everything mixing. So while that's working, I like to just kind of take a second and sip on my drink. So that's what we're going to do. Alright guys, we're going to let the magic of film work here, and I will see you all in a second. Man, and as you guys can all see, this has some beautiful colors. I did turn up the heat just a little bit, just to kind of get things rocking and rolling here. I'm going to turn it back down in a second, but as you guys can see here, it is beautiful, the array of colors in this pan. This is all going to start looking real pretty real soon. And like I said guys, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. If you guys like this video and want to see more of these kinds of videos, I have other recipes that I cook too. I also have some ideas of bringing some people on and cooking with people. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that. Put it down in the comment section. I'm always looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback. I want to hear from you guys. I want to see all of you guys' comments, so make sure to put those down below. I would appreciate that very much. But yeah, like I said guys, we're going to let this heat up, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, as you guys can see, things are starting to heat up. All pun intended. We are starting to get the chicken cooking here. You can see it's turning from its raw pink look into this beautiful white chicken here. And oh my goodness guys, I really wish smell-o-vision was a thing, because you guys, oh my god, you should be smelling this right now. It is absolutely delicious. So yeah, we're just letting everything cook up right now, and getting that kind of golden brown. Like I said, turn the heat up a tad bit more, just to kind of get everything kind of rocking and rolling, get it going, get it cooking, get it smelling good in here. And as you guys can see here, like, look at that. That looks absolutely gorgeous so far. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Every little bit of it. And we're going to let this cook a little bit longer here. We're going to flip this chicken here in just a second and actually start seeing that it's going to be getting a golden brown kind of saute on the outside. So that's something that we want to look for. Once it gets to that point, that's when we will probably end up putting the Marsala cooking wine in. And I use, what is this, the Holland House. I'll put that up for you guys. So it's the Holland House Marsala cooking wine. I really like this brand. This is pretty much the only brand I've ever used. I'm not opposed to using other brands, but this is pretty much the only brand that I've ever used. So that's, yeah, that's what I use. And you can get this at Meijer, or I'm sure you can get it at like Walmart or any of them. It's really good. Like I said, I use Meijer brand extra virgin olive oil. I use the Meijer's Gold Pink Himalayan sea salt, and the McCormick black peppercorn grinder here. And then it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can use Meijer brand, you can use McCormick. It really, like, that's pretty much what we got here, though. And I see, like, this is McCormick. The pepper is McCormick. The sea salt is Meijer brand. The bay leaves is Meijer brand. And then, like I said, the Holland House Marsala cooking wine. But this is starting to turn out really nice here, guys. It's looking really pretty. We are getting there. We are cooking. Again, all pun intended. That's what I got, guys. Dad jokes and puns for days. If you're subscribed to this channel, you must love it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be subscribed. Yes, this is smelling good. Smelling good. Looking good. Alright, so we have our measuring cups here. We have the half cup and the quarter cup. We're going to go ahead and fill these right now with the Marsala cooking wine. And then here in a little bit we'll add it in there, but I like to go ahead and pre-fill these beforehand so that everything's all set and ready to go. Like I said, it's just kind of how I work. I did, throwing shit. And I did already kind of pre-open this. I had to actually stock up on these. So I'm making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. It's nothing we can't, it's nothing we can't clean up later. Alright, so we have our 3/4 cup Marsala cooking wine sitting here off to the side, waiting to go in here. When this goes in, we're going to cover it. And that is going to help soak up all the juices, let it cook and marinate in there. And it's going to be really, really good, guys. Really, really good. Like I said, we are definitely getting there. It's looking good. It's smelling good. Like I said, I wish smell-o-vision was definitely a thing, because you guys would be salivating. I know I am. And these baby carrots here, these things, oh, they get so tender and just full of the flavors that you cook them with. They're so good. They're delicious. And you can use pretty much any other kind of side dish with this. I always like doing like a garlic and oregano, or like a garlic and parsley with a little bit of butter. Mashed potatoes with this. That's really good, especially this time of year in the cold. It's a hearty meal. It's good. It fills you up, and there's a lot to it. You can also use, you can do corn. You can do green beans with this. Pretty much any other side that you want to put with this, you can put with this. I guarantee you, you won't put a side with this that won't go with it necessarily. I would even venture to say that you could put like pickled beets and stuff like that in with this, and it would be pretty good. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm willing to. Alright, so this thing is starting to heat up. You can kind of start seeing here that it's got this golden brown on the outside. That's exactly what we want to see. It is definitely getting there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the magic of film here. And we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse with this part so you guys can see the entire process, and I will catch up with you guys as soon as we're done getting this golden brown saute to the chicken here. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second. As you guys can see, this chicken's super juicy. You can see all the juices kind of forming in there, and that's exactly what you want to see. It's so good. It is almost time here to add the Marsala cooking wine. As you guys can see, this chicken's super juicy. You can see all the juices kind of forming in there, and that's exactly what you want to see. It's so good. It is almost time here to add the Marsala cooking wine. Alright. So definitely you want to make sure that you are stirring and kind of mixing this up the entire time. As you guys can kind of see here, it's starting to get this this golden brown hue to the outside, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. That one's a little bit better there. Looks like this one's probably, yeah, that one's even good too. So it's getting there. I'm just going to flip these here like I did, and let the top of these breasts get a little golden brown to them, and then we're going to add in the Marsala cooking wine. Because these are probably about halfway done cooking, but we want to make sure, like I said, to get that nice golden brown on the outside here, and then after that happens, that's when we're going to add the Marsala cooking wine, and then we're going to cover it and let it cook all the way through. We'll probably lift it up and stir it occasionally, but for the most part, we just want it to soak up those juices. We want it to soak up all the flavors, and then get a nice kind of like caramelization on the outside of the chicken breasts. And then we'll plate it all up after that, and I'll give you guys a nice little presentation of the plate. But yeah, super fun, it smells delicious, by the way. I really wish you guys could smell this, because it is absolutely 100% delicious smelling. We might even do a little cut through and taste after this. We'll see. I don't know. Let's check these. It's almost there. On the back sides, the top side here. I said back, but back is top, top is back. I don't know. It is what it is. Don't judge me.
I just know how it's supposed to look and it smells delicious. So it's getting to a point where we're definitely wanting to add this. I'm going to give it just another like minute or two. I'm going to flip them back over here. Yep, there we go. Flip them back over. I want to get a little bit more of that golden. As you guys can kind of see here, there's got this goldenness to the outside, and that's perfect. That's exactly where we want it. So here in just a second, I'm going to add, well, not in a second, but to you guys in a second, to me in like another minute or two, we're gonna add the Marsala cooking wine here and cover it and let it cook the rest of the way through. And if it's not cooked all the way through, there is definitely, you know, you can add more Marsala cooking wine to it. You can add 1/4 cup intervals if it's not fully cooked, you know, when you go back and you check it. But like I said, I've been cooking this for so long now that I know exactly what to do, when to do it. I know exactly how it needs to look. I know the ins and outs of this dish. This is, like I said, this is one of my signature dishes. I cook this for my family fairly often, so I know exactly what it needs to look like, exactly what I need to do, when I need to do it, and we're getting super duper close here now. Alright guys, so we are definitely at a point now where this has, like you see here, a nice golden brown crust on the outside, ever so slight, but it's pretty much perfect. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our Marsala cooking wine, and then I'm going to kind of agitate the bottom and get that stuff on the bottom here. There's the 1/2 cup. Oh, I'm making a mess. There's the 1/4 cup. Alright. Matter of fact, we're going to leave our 1/4 cup out. We'll put that back here. Do a quick little cleanup. Just because that's who I am, that's what I like to do when I cook. I kind of clean as I cook. Not everybody does that, and that's okay. And I do apologize, the face cam here, apparently I ran out of storage. I'm going to try and get this remedied for us, but you guys can just see here the overhead cam. Like I said, we're just going to get everything kind of scraped off of the bottom. Oh, there I go, making more of a mess here. Sorry, I'm sure that's loud for everybody, my bad. But, you know what? When you cook, it's not always quiet, so. Alright, we got everything scraped off the bottom here. I'm going to flip these over here. We're going to let them do their thing for a bit. I'm going to cover this up. I will see you all for the outro. Alright guys, we are nearing the end here, as you all can see. Woo there! There it is. Look at that shit. Okay, so we have this nice golden brown. There's a little bit more of a crust here. This is that caramelization that I was talking about before. This is the caramelization that you want to see. We're just kind of spinning stuff around, stirring everything up. It's reaching the end here. We're really, really, really close. So, it's definitely at the end stage of cooking. And I'm not classically trained, by any means. Not that you can be classically trained in cooking, I guess. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. But I was never trained in cooking. I just cook through smell and taste a lot of the times. Like, I will definitely put recipes on and whatnot, but as you all can see, look at that. That is beautiful beautiful caramelization happening on the outside of everything. These carrots, look at this carrot. Bloop, straight through it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. So it's super close to being done here, guys. I don't think, yeah, no, this is looking great. It's looking good. We are right at the end here. So we're just going to leave this uncovered for a little bit longer. I'm going to stir this the entire time that's uncovered because we don't want anything to build up on the bottom of the pan here. As you guys can see here, you know, if you let it go for too long, you start getting this buildup on the bottom of the pan. We don't want any more of that. It's reached its end cycle here. We're getting close. These carrots, oh my god, these carrots look amazing. Guys, you have no idea. I wish you could smell what I smell here because I'm salivating. It's crazy. It's looking so good. It's looking delicious. We're super duper close here, guys. Super duper close. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and just shut this down to low. Let this finish out. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of olive oil and cooking wine and butter that's still kind of on the bottom here, which is fine. That's totally fine. That's normal. Every time I cook this dish, this is exactly how it looks at the end. We have that beautiful caramelization on the bottom here, which is what we want to see. Look, Linda. That's perfect. That's exact. Oh, that is a gorgeous piece of chicken right there. And it's almost like we cooked it on the grill. You know, it has this nice caramelization on the outside here, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. But you know, I've probably cooked this dish 100 to 200 times, you know, over the course of my years here, and every single time this is pretty much exactly how it turns out. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I want to see here. Yeah, it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You're gorgeous, darling. Thank you. I can't wait to hang a fang on all of this delicious chicken. Like I said, guys, this is Roman chicken. This is what I've always known to be Roman chicken. And I only call it Roman chicken because, one, I think that's what the name of it was when I first cooked it way back in, I think it was like, you know, it's probably like 9th, 10th grade, something like that. And every single time, this dish has not disappointed. Never once has it disappointed. And it's super simple. It doesn't take very long. It's maybe like, I don't know, prep to finish, maybe an hour, maybe. And it's so good. It's so delicious. Like I said, I didn't do a side with it this time just because it was literally, I wanted to make sure that I did a dish that was just the dish. I didn't want to make the entire meal. I just wanted to make the dish. But as you guys can see with those baby carrots in there, like, that's a side all in and of its own. So it's one of those things where, you know, you don't have to necessarily do. Oh my god, guys. Oh, that is delicious. Absolutely delicious. I got a little bit on my fingers there, and I just a lick there. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I just wanted to do a dish that was the main dish. Oh my god. Alright guys, so this is done. I'm going to go ahead and plate it up, and I will see you all in a second.
Alright guys, well, we are all done. Thank you all so much for hanging out and cooking with me. I greatly appreciate it and I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. If you did, make sure to give the video a big ol' thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. It will also tell me if you guys want to see more cooking with Hatter. So, if you want to see that, make sure to do a big ol' thumbs up on this video. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. If you guys haven't followed me on social media, make sure to do that as well. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Hatter87 or The Hatter87. If you prefer my gaming aspect to the channel, make sure to check out the Twitch channel as well. It is twitch.tv/TheHatter87. Make sure to check that out. And again, thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and dive into this because it smells delicious and I don't want to wait anymore. But thank you all so much, and as always, peace y'all.
Oh man, guys, you don't even understand. It's so good. Oh man. You can cut through it with your fork. All the way cooked through. That is delicious.